country is wonderful when you're here. It's ever so lovely in Lancashire, and it's ever so fun in 1751 on a farm with a nonpareil, if you don't mind a bit of smell. It is ever so leisurely on this land, where the animals meet in a merry band. It's a symphony sweet if you just want to beat. You can stand for the rural joys, if you don't mind a bit of noise. Moo, 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 ba, 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 cluck, 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 squawk, as you go for a country walk. There are so many sights that you won't want to miss, but it's not so lovely here as this.
My maiden name was Frances Hill. I was born in a small village near Liverpool in Lancashire, of parents extremely poor, yet actually, I believe, extremely wholesome.
Fanny!
Fanny! Oh, yes, I was known as Fanny. Fanny Hill.
Life was bliss, oh this miss, blooming here in nature's kiss. Only one thing was rather vague, that was how to avoid the plague.
Actually, I was quite healthy. But as I entered my 15th year, my parents were both carried off by the smallpox.
Things are usually gay in the country, but they take on a rather different tone when you've only got 8 guineas in the pantry, and your parents leave you helpless and all alone.
So, I became an unhappy, friendless orphan. I decided to set off for London to seek assistance and advice from Phoebe Davis, a childhood friend who had met with great success in the city. Phoebe always said to me,
"If you ever need assistance, you must call on me in London. I shall never fail to come to your aid."
How does she afford those beautiful dresses?
Frugality and virtue.
So, I set off to seek my fortune.
A phrase which, by the way, has ruined more adventurers from the country than ever it made or advanced.
I wanted to see what Phoebe had described to me of London. The tombs, the lions, the king, the royal family, the fine plays and operas, and most of all, I wanted to dress like Phoebe.
Goodbye and good luck, dear Fanny.
She told me that several maids out of the country had made themselves by going to the big city. If luck were all, why not I as well as another? I had my youth, 8 guineas, and 17 shillings, and could not imagine so great a treasure ever being exhausted.
The fare to London is 1 guinea, miss.
Do sit next to me and I shall tell you the story of my poor dear mother, who is suffering greatly and near unto death.
Oh, my dear sir, I can sympathize most heartily, having just lost my own.
Clippy clop clop, clippy clippy clop, clip, clippy clippy clop, clippy clop clop. Clippy clop clop, clippy clippy clop, clip, clippy clippy clop, clippy clop clop. Oh, it's such a lovely ride to London, if you don't mind a bump or two.
If you don't mind a pinch,
Or a leer, or the stench,
Or the rain, or the sleet, or the muck, and the mire, or the mud on your feet, or companions dire, and out to complete the view is a highwayman or two. Though there aren't, we're unharmed.
but they're looking at me rather queer.
Oh, for goodness sake, it seems we're finally here. Welcome to London.
Oh, look, fresh meat!
Welcome to London, where it's every man for himself, girls too. Welcome to London, there's an ogre inside each elf, it's true. You can walk along with your head held high, and a bird'll just startle one in your eye. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't be keen on trying your wings. A crying bird sings, that's what they do, and so shall you. You've just got to. Welcome to this world, though you ask yourself why you came, I know. This it or Miss World, where the misses are just the same, but oh, there are friends to kiss you and hold your hand. They may pinch your wallet, but understand, anyone who's here filled with hurt and fear is the same as you, and you know it's true. They had their day too, and they muddled through, and it cost some tears, but they lost some fears, so that they could hold the door wide and welcome you sweetly inside. Welcome to London. Welcome to London, where an angel is always near. You sing. Welcome to London. When you need them, they will appear and bring such a warm embrace and a friendly face and a cozy fire where you might retire. Anyone who's here filled with hurt and fear is the same as you, and you know it's true. They had their day too, and they muddled through, and it cost some tears, but they lost some fears, so that they could hold the door wide and welcome you sweetly inside. Welcome to London.
We are sailors in His Majesty's Navy, more at home on the sea than ashore. And we come from the foaming wavy to relax in the arms of a lady, lady. Give us all a kiss and we'll break your palm with silver. Lady, lady, how we need a miss, and a toast to the man who fills her up with His Majesty's sailors. Down with the landlubbers all, do keep away from the jailers, and don't let your masthead fall.
Welcome to London, Charles Wanny. You're going to have the time of your life.
Oh, I certainly hope so.
We are actually mercenary sailors who maraud on a bounding night. We are bigger than cruel impalers, and there's nary a one of us sane and sober. How we need a drink and a wench with the stench of service. For some cash we'll find a fruitless land, and we'll drink the blood for breakfast.
I don't recall having heard that verse before.
Up with His Majesty's sailors, down with the landlubbers all. Do keep away from the jailers, and don't let your masthead fall.
So far in life I've wandered just like a ship at sea.
I know what you mean.
But now I'm into port and suddenly I can be.
You can be what?
Oh,
it's so true.
complete.
I am what you.
My soul
You have one too.
is at your feet.
On top of you.
And even though I cannot breathe,
I am so sorry.
oh no, please just let that be.
I have never ever been so happy. One love forever we have found here. Life shall not sever what is bound here. I see in you what I have sought yet been denied, and though it's true that I am caught here at your side,
And unable to breathe,
I am so sorry.
don't give it another thought.
We have what all are seeking throughout the march of time. Behind life's cloud comes peeking all that is most sublime. Charles,
Fanny,
Charles,
Fanny,
Charles,
Fanny,
Charles,
Fanny,
it's just uncanny. One love forever I am for you. In each endeavor I adore you. We'll take each trial, whatever that be. I have never ever been so, never ever been so, never ever been so happy.
In this quiet little room in Chelsea, as I kneel with your hand in my hand, and I whisper these words to you, as a man who has loved his country, I now give that love to you.
Would I could have had a country bridesmaid and a sumptuous gown of white.
For my part, white really isn't necessary.
Many flowers and netted veiling, scented candles to cast their light. Still a hush falls around us sweetly in the presence of angel sight. Though I only have loved my parents, I give you my love tonight.
Some wait forever, some lose their way, some will find never what we have today. As I kneel with your hand in my hand, and I whisper these words to you, as he bade us rise up from ashes, God has made us now one from two.
Honor lost, so this is honor lost. I had no idea that one day I'd be a woman degraded, my dignity traded for money, just for biscuits and honey. It's really quite funny when I think of the price for some lentils and rice. Just my honor, just my sense of inclusion. Only honor and some shattered illusion. To give up what I held in no special regard, so I'm really not felt and it's really not hard, not really. Yes, it's actually not too great a cost. It's just my honor lost. If I knew the things I'd come to do, I might have reflected or even protected what I neglected to care for, and therefore I sever what is lost now forever. I thought I was clever, and I suddenly find I'm deprived of my mind and my honor, though I hardly can feel it. Who would think you could steal it, let alone to reveal it? I suppose I remain with a bit of a stain, but there's not too much pain, and I never was vain, not really. So it's only a line that once I crossed. It's only honor lost. A lovely house just like I always wanted, and lovely things about to see and touch. And yet my spirit sinks depressed and daunted to have received so little from so much. I do not know how others find contentment. I do not know what paths the privileged try. I do not show my sorrow or resentment. I have forgotten how to cry. My only love is gone from me forever. My only love's forgotten me. But every day I feel him here beside me. I hear his voice, and I rejoice that he'll appear beside me. But day by day I find it hard to listen to what my heart insists is true. And still I say, as tears begin to glisten, I will be true to you, my only love.
From high above the seven seas around me, I view the world and all its main. But still one fact remains that must confound me, or drive me certainly insane. The work I find gives little joy or pleasure. I do it all the same. I was not born to be a man of leisure. I seek no fortune's fleeting fame. My only love is all I want beside me. My only love forevermore. Although I know that I am quite forgotten, on I must go. Oceans must flow till we arrive on love's shore. I love you so, my darling, that you must know. If you are there, listening somewhere, and I will wait for you, my only
I've had every man in London, I confess, and there's not a one worth lifting up your dress. Whether short or fat or tall, they are uniformly small in a way that makes you say how less is less. I've had every man in London, if you please, and there's not a one worth opening your knees. Not to say I ever would, not to say I ever could, since me joints in several points are apt to freeze. When I was young I heard it sung that love could conquer all, but Cupid's star has lost its art and spring has turned to fall. I've had every man in London in my bed, and it wasn't very cozy, as I've said. Every merchant would agree, love is cheap, but it's not free. Get as much as you can get's the standard fee. When you had every single man in London like me. I've had every man in London once or twice, and believe you me, it wasn't very nice. Like this fellow sitting here who surprised me from the rear. I remember you, your hands were cold as ice. I've had every man who's sitting in this row. I suppose you'd like to hear just how I know. I'm a lady of the night, but I work in broad daylight, for you know a woman's work is never through. So I did every single man in London adieu.
Remember how the creeks ran in the spring. Remember how the apples came in fall. Remember how a baby thrush would sing, and how a teensy pig would grow so tall. Do you remember people who would look you in the eye and know your name and be the same the next time you passed by? If we were back then, I'd walk you down the lane. If we were back when our life was sane, I would take your hand in mine and our fingers would entwine.
Sir!
Beg your pardon, ma'am. I merely meant if we were back home and different people.
Oh, well, then that's quite acceptable.
Thank you, ma'am.
Do go on.
If we were walking where the sweet wildflowers bloom, we might be talking and discussing persons whom we had passed along the way, and we'd lie down in the hay.
What are you saying?
To have our lunch, miss.
Oh.
I've got a hunch, miss, that what you're missing now is just some kissing, if you'd allow.
Well, I mean, won't. I mean, don't.
By the sun's sweet rays, I mean, as they crown you like a queen.
That's better. Oh, I can tell you that you know me very well, and I can smell you.
What?
I like the flowers in the dell,
And you surely have a trace of that lovely missing face.
and your face I find reminds me of
At times like this, a girl could doubt her chances and sink down in the moldy, miry pit. At such a point, she might renounce romances and throw a most uncompromising fit. But I will not give up my dreams of life so lightly, though I lose heart with every waning day. Though there are specters who barrage me nightly, singing me the rudest roundelay, singing rhymes of darkness and decay. I came to London to make my own way, and that's exactly what I'll do. It's quite apparent that I'm here to stay, though not one fairy tale was true. My heart has been unblemished in each action. I've nothing to repent or rue. I've not had a soul or sullied any faction, though I've been given less than due. I came to London to make my own way, and so I shall, and so I swear. I'll give her back some of her own rough play, to let her know that I'm still there. There are some reserves that I have yet to call on, for I have learned a thing or two. If there are harder times that I shall fall on, I know that I shall weather through. I came to London, and now come what may, Fanny here will make her own way.
I've been bad. I've been very, very bad, and I must be punished, say you understand. And I've had a day to shame a cad, so I do deserve a fearful reprimand. No, justice must be meted out, the sting of payment must be felt. I have been a perfect lout, I suppose you'll want my belt. Oh yes, yes indeed, let the punishment fit the crime. I need to feel the reed. In your jail I will not fail to do a hard time. no, harder. Much harder. Oh, yes. Could I borrow a dress? And perhaps with some rope? You have got some, I hope. It releases the stress. And I'm certain that you will know just what to do with a boy who's been worse than you know and who's ready to go for the ride of his life. But please don't use a knife or leave welts on my face, for when I leave this place, I'm addressing the Parliament, you know. But until then, ready, set, oh. Oh, yes, I think you'll do. Can you tell me, are you recent come from school? I'm fond of Ram and you, and I see you've got my favorite shepherd's tool. It's lonely in the field, and a boy could use some comfort from a friend. At church I've often kneeled and prayed that God would send some tending in the end. So now you go and hide, and I'll seek you by and by. In the fields where you abide, you'll await my boy till I shout, here comes the sheep, as I leap from the heap. Who needs a little Bo Peep when a shepherd can keep me in line? Stay on, sturdy livestock tender. This will work out just fine.
Dear, it's very clear that you are of the finest stock, but are you in possession of the key that might unlock my gypsy heart before we start? One small rejoinder when you're courting a zigoiner. Let your passions be unbridled with a Magyar who is titled when a Romany is heated, role reversal is repeated. Let the tambourines come crashing when my gypsy eyes are flashing. And when these dark eyes are on you, you can think it might be wrong to help a lady fold her tent and watch her turn into a gent. And we will make sweet gypsy music till the moon is new. Let us woo. You lose your reason, but you